Welcome to Canada. Hello, my name is Jerome Montpetit, and this video is on everything you need to know about personal growth. Let's get started. But let's get to the studio because it is freezing. I made it! Whew. We are here at the studio and I'm super excited about this video. Let's get started. Sorry, but I gotta steal a chair here from the set. Oh my gosh, did you see that? That was literally like so much dust. We are ready. Hang on, let me just turn these. Yes. Hello everybody, my name is Jerome, and if you're new to this channel, I do a ton of fun content on improving every single day and reaching your potential while having a lot of fun. So if you like that kind of stuff, go check out the channel after you watch this video. Okay, now you're probably thinking, whoa man, that's a bold title coming from a 17-year-old. Everything you need to know about personal growth? Just listen. So I read a ton of books on business and personal growth, but I recently finished this book called The 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. This book is a doozer, but literally I believe everything you need to know about personal growth is in this book. I read a lot of books because I believe in investing yourself, investing time and money in your personal development, personal growth, and becoming better. This book was so huge for me. A guy I really look up to said he reads this book literally at the beginning of every year. So I was like, man, I gotta read that book. So I got this book. It's by John Maxwell, and I read it. And whoo boy, it's got a lot of golden nuggets, let me tell you. Are you guys ready for this? This is like a lot of stuff, a lot of good stuff. So it first off, there's 15 laws, obviously, but it first starts off with number 1, the law of intentionality. Okay, the law of intentionality is growth doesn't just happen. If you focus on your growth, you will grow and always hit your goals. Come on, if you have dreams, goals, or aspirations, you need to grow to achieve those goals and dreams. They don't just happen. You need to grow intentionally. That's why this is the law of intentionality. Just so we can talk about all the laws, and the law number 2 is the law of awareness. So if you want to learn more about that, get the book and read it. And law number 3 is the law of the mirror, which talks about you must see value in yourself to add value to others. Law number 4 is the law of reflection. And this is a big one because if you don't pause in your life to reflect on how your growth is going or your process and your experiences, then it's gonna be hard to grow. Just like you almost won't. Experiences are not your best teacher, reflection is. So make sure to reflect. Law number 5 is the big one, the law of consistency. Motivation gets you going, discipline keeps you going. And this is a big one for growing on social media or growing on YouTube. You have to be consistent, which is what I'm trying to work on right now. But Jim Tressel says is the hallmark of excellence, the test of greatness is consistency. So try and be consistent. Law number 6 is the law of environment. And this is all about how you need to place yourself in a good environment to grow. You can't grow in an environment that is killing growth. Law number 7 is the law of design. And this is all about systems, and you have to put in systems and plans to grow. What Jim Rohn said is, if you don't design your life plan, chances are you'll fall into someone else's plan, and guess what they have planned for you? Not much. Well, that's depressing. So bottom line is, have a plan. And I believe that God has a plan for my life. So I'm trying to find it, and I'm just hustling and taking action to get there. Law number 8 is the law of pain. John McDonnell says every problem introduces a person to himself. Guys, there's so many good quotes on all of this and so many good tips and steps and applying to your life, and there's so much. Law number 9 is the law of the ladder. Your character determines the height of your growth. Because guys, the stronger your character is, the greater potential you have for growth. I just want to point something out that I'm literally filling almost every Canadian stereotype right now. We got the Canadian A sweater, a vest, brown boots, and plaid socks. Law number 10 is the law of the rubber band. And this is kind of funny because it's a rubber band. Law number 10 is all about stretching yourself and getting out of your comfort zone and being stretched in many different ways. Law number 11, it's the law of trade-offs. So it's all about how you have to give up something to take something else on. You can't just always be taking up stuff because you only have so much time. You only have an ability to do so much. Sadly, this is a hard one for me, but you gotta trade something out. But this is only when you're like maxed out, like you can't do anymore. So you have to trade something else out. For example, if you have a cup and you keep filling it up with water and then it's full, you can't just fill it up some more because then it's just gonna overflow. You get what I'm saying? Basically, what in your life is it that you need to get rid of, or what in your life is holding you back? Law number 12 is one of my favorites. It's the law of curiosity, and this is a huge one for me and a big value in my life. Because guys, growth is stimulated by asking why. Why? Literally, why to every question. In this chapter, they talk about why you need to be curious, or how to cultivate curiosity, how to be more curious, and how you have to believe you can be curious, or why you need to have a beginner's mindset. There is so much in this law, in this chapter, that I absolutely love. Curiosity is a big part of my life because it means when you're curious, you're searching for truth. If you sincerely want to know about something and you're curious, you're gonna want to go find the truth. You're gonna be searching. You're gonna be. Guys, the cure for boredom is curiosity. People who are bored are not curious, or who don't have anything to do or are not excited about stuff. They're not curious. When you are curious, the entire world opens up to you and there are few limits on what you can achieve and learn. Guys, honestly, this book would be so worth it, even for 5 of these laws, or even one, the law of curiosity. If you buy this book, it's probably what, $20, and then it really impacts your life. That's huge. And if you love it, buy it for your friends. A thing I love to do is buy a book for a friend for birthday gifts, and then I think it's more meaningful and it's just better. And if they don't read it, whatever, maybe they'll read it someday. Sometimes with my cousins or family or my younger brother, I'll say, okay, buddy, I will pay you to read this book. Right now I've got a couple deals going on. One with my cousin Stefan. Shout out to you, Stefan. Love you, buddy. I told him I'd pay him $20 if he'd read this book by the time I see him next. And I think he's doing it. I think he's going pretty good. And also with my other cousin, Raph. He's an incredible hockey player, incredible person. Shout out to you, Raph. But I did another deal like that with him, so hopefully he reads the book. But I used to think when I was reading books like these, it's like, how in the world could they fill a whole book full of this kind of stuff and keep people reading? I was like, oh man, that's gonna be boring. That is gonna be boring. But remember, curiosity is the cure to boredom. My dad actually did that deal with me. He said he'd pay me to read one of these books. So I read one. I felt kind of bad taking the money after I read it because it was so good, and then it got me on a hook and I was getting more curious. So I started reading more books, learning more about that whole world, and now I want my friends to read it and everybody I know to read these books because they are so helpful. Even if you think, okay, well, even if you do read these books, there's so much more to learn. There's so much more to learn. Okay, I kind of just went on a rant there. Let's finish off these laws. Law number 13 is the law of modeling. It's all about how it's hard to improve if you have no one to look up to or no one to model off of. There are a lot of people I look up to and people that are going in the direction that I want to go, so I can try and follow them. You know, they're leading the way. Law number 14 is the law of expansion. And this is a big law. It means that there's no finish line. Growth doesn't just end. If you think there's a finish line or a destination with growth, then you're not reaching your full potential because you can always get better. Okay, the last law, the law of contribution. And this is a big deal, and I think the reason why he left this law last is because it is such a big one. Growing yourself enables you to grow others. For example, this video, I'm sharing this knowledge with you. If you've never heard about this kind of stuff, hopefully maybe it impacts you. If not, you're just watching this for entertainment. Great, I hope you're having fun. It talks all about how you have to keep growing to give more. The more you grow, or the more I grow, is the more I can give to others. So the more I learn, the more I can share my knowledge. Or the more I personally grow, the better I can be for others. This is a hard one I can struggle with, because a lot of times I just grow for myself in a selfish way, which can be a struggle. But I have to remember the reason why I'm growing is for others. For me, I always try and live with an eternal perspective. And I believe there's a heaven, so how many people can I impact in this world to bring closer to God and closer to the end goal? We have to always remember the purpose of growth is to help others and make an impact on this world. You can make an impact in this world if you grow personally. That's a big deal. But well, that is all 15 laws. In each chapter, there are easy steps to learn each law and try to apply it to your life. Guys, seriously get this book. Invest in yourself. $20 could make a serious impact on your life. Or if you already have it, then buy it for somebody else. I will put the links in the description below to buy this book. And if you buy with those links, it will help support this channel because it'll give me a small, tiny little cut, but it'll help support the channel. But remember, if you want to make an impact on this world and make an impact in people's lives, you have to grow personally. And that is the journey I'm on, and I'm just trying my best to grow every single day. Guys, get this book, read it, and I truly believe you will learn everything you need to know about personal growth. But here is the best part, because I think after you read this book, you're not gonna think, I'm out. That was great, I learned all that, I'm gonna apply it to my life, and then never read or learn anything more again. Because remember, if you're applying this to your life, you got the law of curiosity, and if you become more and more curious, you're gonna wanna learn more. And I guarantee if you really dive into this book and just digest everything, and most importantly, I'm from Boston, most importantly, apply it to your life, this will not be the last book you read, I guarantee it. Guys, I used to think took so much time to read books. If you buy this book, I know it's a big book, and it might be a lot because you don't read very often, but if you buy that book and read it over the course of, let's say, 3 to even 5 months. Wait, let's do the math right now, actually, okay? Okay, so this is a 260-page book. Okay, let's say 4 months. If you wanted to read this book over 4 months, now that's technically a long time, but this is for people who do not read books very often. And then let's say there's 30 days in a month on average, so 30 times 4 is 120, so 120 days. 260 divided by 120 would give you 2 pages a day to read if you were to read this book over 4 months. So reading 1 page and with taking notes would probably take you about 2.5 minutes, so 1 page. So then times 2 is 5 minutes. So that is literally 5 minutes every single day for the next 4 months. If you're serious about growth, or you're curious about growth, or curious about what it will do in your life, just buy the book, spend 5 minutes a day reading 2 pages, and I guarantee if you're applying this to your life and really soaking in the knowledge and wisdom in this book, you will grow. Woo! That was a long... So guys, go get this book. The links are in the description below, and when you get it, you will help support the channel. So it's a win-win for everybody. It's also important when you read books to take notes. If you're curious on how I take notes in my books and how I try and remember what I read and really soak it up, let me know in the comments if you'd like me to make a video on how I take notes on books. Woo! Okay, that was a lot of knowledge and a lot of talking, but man, that was everything you need to know about personal growth. But the kicker is you gotta go and read that book to know everything you need to know about personal growth. But still, this video capped a lot of it. If you don't think you can read the book, at least I hope you got something from this video. And just to fill another Canadian stereotype, I've got hockey in about just a fun rec league, but I'm already late, so I gotta go. Okay, let's get moving. But I hope you liked this video and got something out of it. If you did, hit that like button. Thank you. And subscribe to this channel for more awesome content every single week. I'm having so much fun creating, and I got lots of more ideas and stuff coming along the way. So hit that subscribe button. But I gotta go because I'm already late. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.